Welcome back to the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2012 for this game between Turkey and Austria. My name is Sandra Rolvag and I'm joined by the fantastic Sarah Carlson.
Thank you, Sander. We are covering the red group today, where you see Canada at 6 wins, no losses so far. China, 4 wins. Austria, they've got 3 wins and 2 losses, and Turkey on 2 wins and 3 losses, so big game for them here today. You see the lineup here for Turkey. Male player is Ilan Osmanagoglu, and the female player Elif Kisilkaya.
For Austria, we'll see Christian Roth and Claudia Todt. And Turkey will be playing the red stones, Austria the yellow, and they will also have hammer for the first end of play. We've seen a couple of stones being played already. A couple of nice draws to the forfeit.
And here for Turkey, playing stones 2, 3 and 4, we see Elif Kisilkaya. (23 years old, from Ezurum, works as a teacher. Puts a little bit too much weight on this draw and it will slip to the back, 12 foot. So Austria sitting 2 at the moment, looking to lock another yellow on there.
Take a look at Christian Roth with the outturn draw. Smooth release, and then he goes up to follow his own stone down. As you hear Claudia Todt calling the line. Looking pretty good so far. Maybe just overswept it a little bit. We would like to curl a bit more.
Still sits for 3 in the forfeit. With that a little bit wide on line here, Turkey has an opportunity to find the inside and tap the yellows around.
With the amount of ice being given, I'd expect a bigger rate from Turkey. I think maybe you should just come down and play the tap and try to sit on top. I'm not sure if you can remove more than 1 yellow. But she'll come around neatly. Removes 1 yellow, sits in front, so pretty good shot.
Wie viel siehst du?
Ja.
Mit einem langsamen. Oder nur Backline.
Okay.
Backline wäre gut.
So backline being called here from Claudia Todt. Wants to push the first red one back and roll onto the other one.
So, gotta curl this one. So, Claudia Todt has changed her mind, it seems, trying to catch the high side instead. And Austria will do that. not the worst for them.
Oh, definitely not. Good call there by Claudia. So now we're going to see Elif come around the other side,
Yavaş mı?
3-3-3-4.
play the
Tamam.
red on to the yellow. This would leave them sitting shot zone.
Yap yap yap yap yap. Go go go go.
Great result there for Elif. Gets a roll in behind. Might even push the other yellow one to set 2.
Nur so.
Not sure if Turkey are setting 1 or 2 right now.
So we'll see another shot from the 26-year-old plumber, Christian Roth.
Control.
Little control tap back. Was a bit outside with his first.
Wow, gar nichts.
And he's going to be a bit outside this time too. Only nudging off that red. Not a very good result for Austria.
Bleibt Zirkarte.
Es fällt sogar.
Bleibt Zirkarte.
Loses 2 yellows.
Länge, das fällt es ja.
Turkey, lying shot.
Hangisi önde bunları?
Looking to just come around here.
Şurada duruyor Elif şurada. Onlara bak.
Tamam.
Buradan göster.
So we're going to get our first look at the Turkish first and 5th player. Ilhan is 22 years old. It's quite the young Turkish team. But then again, curling is quite young in Turkey.
Yavaş.
So here he is, Ilan Osman Aguglu.
3-7. Kız sende. Yap İlhan, yap yap yap. Yap. Yap yap. Yap. Yap yap. Ah. Yap yap yap yap yap yap.
And unfortunately, he will wreck on the guard.
Kaçtı?
3.75 tuttum. Güzel.
Er darf halt unser nicht berühren, machen wir nicht 2, gell?
So a chance here now for Austria to score.
Yeah, Turkey had a chance to put some pressure on Austria, but now you'd expect Claudia Tot to be very close with this little tap here. I guess they'll be trying to tap back the red to score 2. Seemed like Austria were lying second shot.
So here is Claudia Tot with the last stone of the first
Eng
end.
und kurz.
With the possibility of scoring 2.
Ja, ja.
Sicher.
Wow,
Wow.
wow. Das ist
9.
länger.
Ja, länger.
Wow, das ist
Sorry.
länger.
Curl.
Wow.
Curl. Curl.
So, na.
And I think the stone would did listen to Claudia, but did however nudge that yellow stone a little bit. So not sure who's lying second now.
It's 1 for sure.
It does look red.
1 euro.
What's this?
Ja.
Maybe not. I think they'll put a measure on. So what happens now is one of the umpires will come on with this huge measurement tool. Very precise tool to check what stone are closest to the center. Haven't seen that too many times. Not in our webcast games anyway. You'd expect that to happen a lot more with all these stones in the forfeit.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Sander, but so far There's not really been a lot of umpires being called onto the ice. So you see there how it works. Just puts a little stick to the stone, and we're going to see now who's the closest.
So he's going to have to check again. Fairly close, this one. So Austria will score 1 for sure. Checking if he might score 2, but seems like the umpire has pointed at the red, so it's only going to be 1 for Austria. So after one end, Austria will lead by the 1 point over Turkey.
So mixed double is quite a special format of curling. You've got 2 players, 1 male, 1 female, and 6 stones rather than 8. And 2 of them, you're going to see them placed now. There's 1 for each team. The team with hammer is starting off the end with 1 stone back of the button, and the team without hammer will start off the end with a center guard. This means that the first shot played will be the come around freeze, which we're going to see here now from Austria and Claudia Todt. Takeouts are allowed first with the 4th stone that you play in each end, so this means that we get a lot of really aggressive curling and a lot of stones packing up the forefoot area.
Kort.
Ringe.
Really important to
Hilfe.
get your stones in the rings but in front of the tee line, because that's where they're going to be the most useful.
Have you seen any other type of call than the freeze with the first shot, Sarah?
No.
Seems to be the shot that everyone wants to make. And for sure, if you can come down there and freeze onto the opposition stone, you set up your end fairly well.
Yeah, with a perfect freeze, you find your opponents in trouble straight away. So, important shot.
But Claudia Todt is going to come up a bit short.
And Ilhan looking for this to bend. Will also come maybe a little bit deep, but not too bad. Sits in front of the tee line.
Giderken sorun yok. 3-6'yı ama bence yanlış tuttum. Daha yavaştı.
Gelirken sıkıntı oldu.
Since you're playing 5 stones, one player will play the 1st and 5th, and the other one will play the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Players are allowed to change the lineup in between the ends. So quite a couple of times we've seen teams, maybe when it's not really been working out for them, or when they're looking for something special, they'll just swap around. Oh, and a bad miss there by Roth. He also wrecks on the guard.
Yeah, really found some curl there. We weren't sweeping that from the get-go, so might have just jumped on him a little bit. So Austria having a hard time finding the house. Turkey lies 2. And do you think that Turkey's going to come into the house once more, or have they called a guard?
I think the plan is in the house. If you were to guard, that probably would be fine. You also see a lot of Turkish fans here in the Ezurum curling arena. It's good to see that the sport is getting some attention here in Ezurum. Might get a couple of new curlers from it as well. So Elif here has found some really good line. Will tap their own shot stone just a little bit, but sits really nicely there.
8 buldum. Bu
A
taraf
big round
hızlı
of
çünkü.
applause
3-6
from
yanlış tuttum.
Anlayamadım.
the fans.
Onun tuttuğum ben 3.90.
So will ich spielen.
Ich mach nicht mehr wegen der. Oder willst du lieber von außen spielen?
Na, na.
Können wir auch.
Na, na, passt. Braucht mehr
Immer
Eis.
so.
So Austria looking to come through the port and remove some reds. Even if you pick up a guard, you might help things. But it's looking very close. Haha. And he's going to remove 2 reds. And even tap the third one back. Last shot. Fairly in behind the guard. Very nice shot by Christian Roth.
They were looking like they were in trouble there, but just managed to clear everything out. The Austrian
Sarı
team,
görünüyor biraz.
not that inexperienced. They had the Austrian playoffs
Biraz
containing
görünüyor.
8 teams, and they also went
Vurabilir
to
misin?
Budapest to play a mixed double tournament
Buna
where
gelir ama.
apparently they lost the
İşte o
bronze
doğruya
medal
gelir.
game to the Hungarian team that we see here. Just for the very last stone.
Georgi Nagy and Ildiko Sekeres also playing this draw. Just next to our sheet for Hungary, playing Italy. We'll keep you updated on the games as we go along.
Hızlı. Sorry.
Once again, Elif finding very nice line, but it's looks like it's going to slip just a little bit too far. Does manage to hang around the end rings.
Yeah, such a nice start for Turkey, but then
Çok yavaş çıktığını
that
söylüyorum.
shot by Christian Roth really changed things.
Oder wir legen.
Leg mal rein. Ja, ja.
Aber die liegen immer fürs Double. Da wäre ganz gut. Bitte kürzer.
Okay.
Ja?
5.
So Austria looking for a draw here.
Oder den. Ich finde den gut.
I think they could come around the centre guard and just lie next to draw and shot stone. But now looking to play a hit at the back. Couldn't really say that this puts too much pressure on Turkey.
Ihr braucht. Braucht.
No, that just leaves to come around for Turkey, and if
Schön.
they make it, they will put pressure right back on Austria.
Sehr schön.
Yeah, you could play the same draw, and now you even have that backing of that yellow. Just played by Roth.
War das sicherer. Ja, die
If you
hängen
were to
eben
come up a bit heavy. Don't think you want to be too deep with this draw. And Austria could just play that angled raise.
Yeah, Leaf has been absolutely perfect with line now for 2 shots in a row, so if she can just take a little bit weight off, then this should be able to sit nicely.
...97. Yo.
Leaf only curling for 2 years, but with certainly with a very nice slide and good release.
Yeah, just let this one go. Should have swept it all the way. Just over curling, catching the guard. Gotta say they've made a very good development, these Turkish players, only playing 2 years.
Ja, ja, aber sie kann ihn ja nur außen.
And they've won a couple of games too. One against France. It was a huge upset.
Aber ich glaub,
Playing
das
against
gehört.
Tony Angeboost,
Wenn wir eine halb verstecken.
Sonst ist es so.
a player you often see at the World Championships doing quite well.
Yeah, and they also picked up a win against Slovakia. It's looking a little bit difficult for them here now in the second end though. As Austria sits 2 and There's a whole bunch of guards covering the house right now.
Länge.
4,
Okay. Wow. Wow. Warten.
5,
Warten. Warten. Ja. Ja, fest. Wow, wow.
ist länger.
Oh, pretty good draw.
Wow, wow,
Maybe
wow,
just a
wow.
bit deep.
Ich möchte nicht, dass du das zum Auflegen hattest.
Well, does it for 3.
Ja, war viel länger, aber ich habe ihn langsam gespielt. Und es
It's
ist
a little
echt
bit more
schnell.
pressure on Turkey.
Ja,
If they
das
were
hat
to
nicht gereicht,
crash on the
viel
guard,
lang.
that would be a steal of 3, not 2. So
Şuradan mı gelsek?
not too bad from Claudia
Gene bir şey
Tot.
çıkmaz küçük.
No, it's not easy to find that port. And now what's Turkey gonna
Burası
do?
tehlike çünkü çok dönüyor bir anda.
Buradan ne fark edecek Tekhat?
Buradan
Could play that same draw.
buradan atsak hiç olmazsa yine şunları keser.
They're also looking at tapping
Şu
back
sayıda
that
Elif
short
onu nasıl
stone.
geçirecek?
Certainly with the amount of curl that we see here,
Şu sarıyı
it is possible,
zaten-
but
He.
you certainly don't want to hit it
Olmaz
too
da.
thin and roll
Biraz
out.
daha hızlı gelsen hack gibi. Buraya vurduğumuz zaman zaten bu çıkar.
Not the ideal situation for Ilhan as he comes down to play his last shot of the end. So just looking at a tap on the yellow. If he catches this one a bit high, he might just jam on at the back and give up a steal anyway. So I'd like to come to nose if it's possible.
Yavaş.
Difficult shot for Ilhan. Last stun of the second.
2-9. Oh.
Just waiting for a curl.
Dur.
I think you put a lot of weight on this, Sander.
Yeah, we'll remove one yellow. And it's going to be a steal of 2 for Austria.
Ne fark edecek Elif? Buradan deneyecek.
Quite a turnaround in that end. Turkey was sitting really, really good when Christian Roth came down with that really big weight and just sprayed redstones all over the place.
Yep, so after 2 ends, Austria with 3 points. Turkey still to score.
So first shot here in the third end.
6,
Claudia Tot for Austria. Currently leading this game by 3.
Wow, das ist hart genug.
And she needs this to curl if it's going to be that perfect freeze that she's looking for.
Wow, wow.
Really nice bend in the ice there.
Sicher.
Nicely played. Just a small tap back on the red. Shot stone belongs to Austria. So Ilhan
ja,
for Turkey,
ja,
22 years old, student.
ja,
Just looking to get another
Oh,
freeze onto here. Maybe just with a little bit too much weight, hangs a bit wide and will tap and roll out.
so. Dann können wir den später spielen.
Austria now choosing the out turn side. Do you think that they could also play the intern here and maybe rub off that red one played by Ilhan?
Yeah, I think that's an option. If you play the intern, you have that option of rubbing off the red. Maybe he's playing this way so he wouldn't have that stuck in his mind and just play the perfect draw weight instead.
That is good thinking. Here's Christian Roth for Austria.
I think it's easy to lean on options in mixed doubles.
Yes, definitely, especially if you think about them too much and you don't have your brushers. See there, proved us wrong.
Oh yeah. Beautiful draw.
You don't have the normal sweepers that you're used to. It's just easy to overcompensate in some way.
Maybe just Christian Roth's preferred turn to it.
Could also be the case, always good playing to your strengths. Turkey deciding that they're not too happy with the way Austria is setting up the house right now, so Elif Kesilkaya will peel off the guard.
Yap, yap, yap, yap. Wow, wow, wow. Bırak. Bırak ortadan vursun.
Over curls and races it onto the yellows in the house. Doesn't spill any of them, but changes the angles around a little bit.
Den Winkel möchte ich weghaben. Nur 7 bis 8.
Okay.
So Claudia doesn't want them angled up like this. Now we're going to see Christian on the intern side. Wanting to tap the short stone just a little bit.
Ja, braucht Linie, glaube ich.
7, 8.
Nur Länge.
8.
Ja. Fest. Fest. Fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest. Alles, alles, alles. Fest, fest, fest, fest, fest. Fest, fest, fest. Da geh schon. Wow. Ist fast besser, weil der Winkel war blöd, weißt du? Ich wollte den Winkel weg haben.
Okay.
Und mit dem Speed wäre der andere wieder relativ weit hinter der.
So bounces around a bit in the forfeit. Don't think that's exactly what they wanted, but at least they have 3 stones in the forfeit in front of the tee line. That's always good. Turkey looking for the out turn, hit and flop, I think.
Actually, Elif is left-handed, so she is going to play her intern, which will give her slightly different angles from the hack.
Sanıyorum bana diyorsun.
Sanmayla olmuyor da herif beni dinliyor.
Hangs a bit high.
Ne?
Would I like to roll inside?
Sanıyorum
Ama
yok,
işte-
ben diyeceğim sana.
I think we might just
Senin
see
sesin de
Austria play the
geldiği
same
için
shot.
Ben bir şey demedim ben.
Hit and roll und wenn er ein bisschen weit rollt, dann löst er den. Aber nur bis hierher ist gut.
Okay.
Spiel den auch nur so.
Yep.
Not taking too much ice.
Well, we have seen Christian being a bit wide on his takeouts here.
Yeah, a bit wide on the out turns. So maybe just
Control.
Ja. Wow.
taking a bit
Wow.
less ice to make sure he comes to the inside.
Fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest.
Looks like the plan's going to work.
Sehr schön.
Really good shot by Christian Roth.
Schön gespielt.
Vielleicht eine Spur langsamer. Vielleicht eine Spur langsamer.
Ja, aber nicht zu
He's
fest.
pulled off a couple of great ones so far.
Really has.
Kaçıncı taşın? Son mu?
So if Turkey wants to score multiple here, I'd say they will be struggling a little bit.
Oraya mı gireyim?
Yeah, especially considering they only have 2 stones left.
Bu önde
At the
diğer
end.
yanında.
I think they gotta do a good job to actually score at all. So are we seeing a little tap on the shot still, maybe?
I think so. Even if they were to just play the freeze, leave themselves something they could use, because if they tap this and roll out, then I don't think it's going to help them.
Kaç?
Line really important with this one.
I think you got to make sure that Austria needs to play a shot to remove your red, and with that maybe open things up for you. Again, I think they just overswept this one.
Some excited Turkish fans in the stands.
A lot of energy. These kids should really get on the ice soon. Start playing curling.
Austria here with a nose hit, or did want a little roll.
Gotta get by the guard. They have. And really nice shot. Just gets that little roll.
Ja, så Mortens. Ja. Geht an roten.
So looking for a similar shot here from Ilhan. Just come to the nose of that stone just played by Claudia Tot. Maybe make a double spill. Not sure if they can score though.
Last stone of the third end.
I think he's just playing this a bit too heavy again. So he's going to go past everything. And for sure a score of 2 for Austria. So both teams agree, and we will see Austria moving to a 5-0 lead after 3 ends.
Yes, and elsewhere here in Ezurum Curling Arena, Spain is leading Denmark 4-1. USA is 7-0 up on Estonia. Hungary are playing Italy. Italy right now leading 3-0. And Australia got 3 in the second end against Scotland, and they are now leading 3-1. Another nice freeze there by Austria. Claudia really seem to be on good form.
Yeah, they both are. So it's going to be hard for Turkey to come back in this game if Austria continues to play the way that they have.
Yap, yap, yap, yap.
But Turkey really needs to make a couple of shots.
Yap, yap,
Not
yap.
enough weight on this one though. Just a little bounce of the guard there. Really makes it more difficult for them.
I think we see
Mini tap is auch okay.
Christian Roth come around on the out turn side. We've seen made a couple of really nice draws on this turn. So you'd expect him to be close. For sure like to stop short here than be heavy.
Länge sieht gut aus.
6, 7,
Ja. Ja, Linie. Festlinie.
7,
Maybe just a little tight here.
7, 8.
Really curling at the end.
Alles, alles. Fest, fest, fest, fest, fest. Geht schon alles, alles.
And I think we found a little spot. I think Christian Roth was a bit tight on line, but there's a huge bend coming down this way. The out turn on the right side of our screen here.
Bizimkisi önde gibi.
Tamam buradan.
So, freeze being called by Turkey.
Üç altı. Hız
And
sende.
Ilhan. I think it's right now it's smarter to maybe be a little bit up on weight than down.
Yap yap.
I think
Yap,
Turkey
yap, yap.
really minds wiggling this around a little bit.
Oo. Yap yap yap yap yap. Devam et dönüyor. Devam et dönüyor.
Weight's definitely not an issue for Ilhan. Just locks it on there.
Pretty good shot. I do think Austria just play ahead and remove both the reds. Might just squeeze that yellow to the left of our screen though, and leave a come around for Turkey. But you're 5 up. You might think that removing 2 reds is okay.
Wenn der Winkel blöd ist und sie knallen drauf und unsere gehen und ihre bleiben. Hä? Du willst nur da einhelligen. Wenn wir den zeitlich anspielen, geht alles. Aber dann spielen sie ja auf Zweier aus. Drauflegen. Aber dann geht alles. Dann spielen sie hinter die Guard und gehen auf 2. Wir können auch einfach da dran stellen. Er darf nicht so liegen, sondern er muss da liegen. Ja?
Hoffendes Risiko. Im Spielstand her kriegen wir fast weg.
Lieber Takeout. Du hast danach noch einen, oder?
Ja, hab noch einen.
Also wenn Sie hinten reingehen, gehen wir einfach nach. Ja.
So I think Austria has decided to play the hit, with Turkey only having 5 stones and only having 3 left. So if you remove 2, the chances of Turkey scoring more than 3 is definitely gone.
Good maths. I think we're going to see some granite flying, as we have seen before. And Christian Roth is throwing.
Pretty good. And that yellow didn't really squeeze it that far either.
No, so Austria sitting 1. Turkey with no stones in the house right now. Do have a couple of guards though, so something to work with.
Ya da vurup bu tarafa.
İşte vurup kayalım
I think
diyorum.
you can afford to maybe just play the
Breakout
come around
yapamıyoruz ya, o yüzden diyorum.
the guards. Leave that alone
Ona
for
geçme.
now.
Ne yapayım?
Definitely wouldn't
Take
mind
off.
that. If you want to
Take off.
score multiple,
Yavaş gel.
you're probably better off worrying where your own stones are and maybe leaving your opponent rocks alone,
It's so
dealing
hard.
with them later.
Yeah, it's so hard to make a perfectly hit and roll. It's easier to just come around,
10.
make Austria play some shots instead. Do you think they've been?
Yap.
Do you think they have elected to play the hit and roll?
Yap. Oo! Ah.
So it doesn't quite make the roll.
Bize
So
güvenemiyorum ki,
leaves
nasıl
a
gelecek,
pretty
bir anda
easy
gelecek mi?
shot for Christian Roth.
Just gelir, 5 sayı gelir.
Roll nach rechts.
Sporty! Ist Sporty! Ha?
Ja, ja. Okay.
Ist Sporty! Kann
Was?
nicht viel passieren. Aber spiele nur so.
So looking for a similar shot. Come to the inside of the red and make a little roll
Ja, ich glaub,
behind the
ja.
guards.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Und roll. Rechts.
Ja, ja, ja, ja, ja, ja.
But
Fist,
again,
fist, fist, fist,
Roth is a little
fist,
bit
fist,
wide
fist,
on
fist,
the
fist,
out turn,
fist, fist, fist, fist.
so they're looking to roll to the wing
Fast
instead.
besser als hinter der Graf.
Ja, das war Sporty, wäre echt schön gewesen. Aber ich habe jetzt ein bisschen
Just to
langsam,
make
aber
the
das wird ein Wolken
hit and
sein.
roll for Turkey difficult. And now for sure, I'd like to see Turkey come around the guards
Önüne mi geleceğiz?
because you'd be lying shot.
Kavurup buraya.
I
Zaten büyük
think maybe a
ihtimalle
little bit
Lozat'ın
of
çok dönüyor bu
inexperience being
tarafa.
shown here. Turkish players haven't been curling that long, and I think it's definitely more common to see new curlers being a little bit afraid of opponent rocks rather than maybe, like you said, Sander, make a nice draw around here. They would even set shot if they were buried in behind the guards now.
It's going to be pretty difficult to score 2 with this.
Yap! Oo! Oo!
Got to roll somewhere. But again, just going to be a nose hit. If Claudiette Tot can make a roll, she might be able to steal.
Spur mehr. Ich kann ihn zwicken auch.
Achtung. Roll. Yep. Roll. Roll. Danke.
No problem. Austria makes the nose hit, which limits Turkey to the possibilities of scoring only one. The question is, will they be more comfortable with a draw or a takeout?
Son taş, direkt buraya gelsen.
İlhan riske atmayalım, vurayım.
İyi mi?
So last stone of the fourth end, Elif Kisilkaya for Turkey,
Dönmüyor.
looking to get one on the board. She will roll off, and now the question is that yellow one in the rings?
I think it's one.
Okay, maybe.
Lass mal.
Doesn't look like it's in, but you know, If you're not totally sure, why not just measure it?
Another interesting thing in mixed doubles curling, if you blank, you lose the choice of if you want hammer or not. So you might as well always go for taking your points rather than blanking. Whilst in regular curling, if you blank, you keep hammer. And there we see the umpires showing that the yellow stone is out, so it will be a blank end.
That's certainly close.
Definitely. So after 4 ends, score is Austria 5, Turkey 0. Players will take a short break, and so will we. Welcome back to this feature game between Turkey and Austria. This is the World Mixed Double Curling Championship, and here we see İlhan Osman Aguglu for Turkey.
Yap.
Score currently is Austria 5 and Turkey nothing, so he's definitely looking to make a good one here. Previous end was blanked. That's why we see the hammer going back to Australia. No, sorry, Austria.
So?
Not a bad shot there from Ilan. Would have liked to get a little bit more curl. Here for Austria we have Claudia Tot.
Inge.
Sen bilirsin.
Bu taraf.
Claudia locking another one in here, and see the female player for Turkey, Elif Kasilkaya.
Kaç?
8.
Gonna try and find some good angles here
Ya
for Turkey.
ya.
Tamam.
Ya.
Gets a little bump of their own. It does leave the shooter sitting in that pretty nice position.
So?
Ja.
Backline tap.
Okay.
Da treffen.
So Austria now looking for a little tap back here. Christian Roth throwing stones 2, 3 and 4 for this Austrian team.
Fest. Festlinie, Festlinie, alles Linie, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, weiter, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, und auseinander. Ist auch gut. Ich habe eher ein bisschen weniger Eis geben, damit wir aufhaben, weißt du?
Passt, ey.
That's maybe not too bad either. Because you don't really leave a corner guard here, so everything's in the open. It'd be easier to hit the Turkish stones.
Fokus. Yat yat yat. Bırak bırak bırak gitti.
Ya nasıl gelmiyor? Ben anlam veremiyorum ya.
So we'll over curl a little bit.
Ich würde nur normal, also so spielen,
Kontrolle.
langsam. Dann
Okay.
bleibt unser Spielstein hier. Und der geht da drauf.
So Austria looking to stick around with their shooter here, not going to throw too much weight. remove one red, tap the other one, and get a nice little roll in front of their own shot stone.
Wow. Wow.
Kontroll.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Kommt schön. Wow, gar nichts, gar nichts. Ich muss mehr treffen.
We'll remove one red.
And also pushes their own back just a little bit, which might not be too bad for Turkey, as they can try and get a nice angle freeze onto this yellow.
Çizgiye bak.
Yap. Yap. Yap. Yap. Başlayacağım ya. Öf.
Doesn't quite get it all the way there.
Nasıl gelmiyor anlamıyorum.
So it's a little
3-7 ya.
bit short, but
97.
Wenn wir nur den anspielen, nur mit
Austria
der
now
Backline, dass sich der hier bewegt,
at least need to think about what they're doing.
dann ist
Wenn
der
es so
Dolly
weit
wieder
geht, ja.
offen. Der Dolly ist dann wahrscheinlich offen. Wir können auch,
That's always a good
können
thing.
auch nur eine 8 spielen.
Unless they're thinking about how to score 5,
Zweimal Shot.
etc.
7 bis 8.
I think the Austrians are not too bad off here
Die liegen
either.
halt dann immer irgendwie
They are 5 up
obwohl
and
der
with
dann
hammer.
hier bleibt.
Da wird
So just need to figure out a way where they can prevent Turkey from stealing.
7, ja, ich glaube auch. Obwohl 8 wäre nicht schlecht.
Could just
Eine 8
Throw the
wird er
guard.
minimal wegbewegt, weil er
müssen wir
liegt
noch auf den aufpassen.
ja.
Darling shot.
Ja, auch wenn wir ticken, ist er nicht schlecht, weil dann liegt er da vorne noch zu und der ist da.
But Austria does have the last stone, so maybe looking to score more than one. Not sure what's called here. Is it the freeze? Come around the top red, or are they in fact guarding?
I think they are playing the come around. Don't think they would mind if they did come up short.
Er hat noch sehr viel Platz. Wow, gar nichts. Er ist schnell.
6, 7.
Ja, der ist schnell. Schaut aus wie 10.
Looks like it might even be a little bit heavy.
Gar nichts.
Vorbei.
Passt schon. Passt schon.
A lot heavy.
Heckway.
Opportunity here for Turkey.
Ja, wir sind bis jetzt einmal Shot. Jetzt schauen wir mal, wo er hinspielt.
Does need to play a little tap though.
Knallen war zu riskant, das stimmt schon.
Ja, viel zwar.
If to do so, they would be set 2 and behind cover of that front red.
Kız sende. Yönü. Yönü yok. Yok.
Maybe just a bit heavy here, Ilhan. And Austria will last shot. What do you think? Austria has a chance to come down and play that draw for 2. So still not looking any better for Turkey.
Nicht, dass wir dann da treffen.
Ja, ja.
Nicht, dass wir dann 8, 9 spielen und den noch. Zurückstoßen.
Nee, ich spiele nur 7.
Spielst du 6, 7? Genau, der Rest wischt man.
Ich könnte natürlich weniger Eis geben und 9 spielen.
Nein.
Na?
Nein. Da
Einfach nur
schiebst
rein.
du hin.
Und sie stehen dann nicht irgendwie blöd fürs Double, wenn ich
Das ist der letzte.
Ach, das ist der letzte. Nein. Dass du für mich mitdenkst.
I think that Austria forgot that this was their last zone. So a draw for 2 available.
Only thing you don't want to do is come up very heavy and tap the red.
And that would be disastrous, I would say.
Yeah, it might be a steal of 1 or maybe 2 for Turkey. So just playing T-line weight, even throw it a bit shorter and sweep the rest of it.
7.
Last on of the 5th. Austria looking to increase their score by 2.
Oh,
Wow, hat
Nur
die Länge.
Länge.
Muss kein.
ja, kommt. Wow. Wow. Warte. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's gonna touch that red.
Okay, 2.
And has it just rolled up far enough for 2?
I think it has.
1, 2.
So after 5 ends,
Schön.
we're going to see Austria with 7 points. Turkey still looking for that first point.
Ich habe mal Spur enger gespielt, gell? Aus Angst, dass ich
Ja.
Zeit bin.
Na, passt.
Ja, das Eis,
War
wirklich
perfekt.
über Eis nach der
So a
Seite.
very nice shot by Claudia Todt.
Ist gut.
Here we see some more Turkish fans. Not too cheerful this afternoon. Also hoping for some Turkish points on the board. On the other sheets, Spain is leading Denmark 6 shots to 3. USA, Estonia, score there is 8-1 for USA. Hungary and Italy head to head are 3-3 each. And
Der braucht
finally,
Ja.
Hilfe!
Australia is up on Scotland. They're leading the game 6 shots to 3.
Fest, komm gut.
So a lot of exciting things happening in the Erzurum curling arena today.
Fest.
I pushed them a little
Ja.
bit.
We touched it, a slight bit. Ja. Ja, Pilhan, ja. Oh. Ja. Oh.
Ouch.
So Turkey will go around that yellow. I think they were maybe looking to freeze on top of it.
Ich würde sagen, wir pushen den nur.
8.
So you're now thinking about a little tap back.
8 bis 9. Weil wenn
Create a
rein
little
ist, nehm ich
pocket
beide.
of reds
Okay.
behind the tee line.
Wow.
So
sehr
this time
viel
maybe Christian Roth a bit
8.
wide on his in turn as well.
Platz. Kein Strich.
9.
Kein Strich. Ist weit außen noch.
A little bit heavy too.
Curl.
Got a curl if he wants to make contact with the reds.
Ein Stück weit außen.
Not a good shot by Rott.
Sen bilirsin.
Buradan geleyim buradan.
Burası da olabilir. Ne taraf?
Bu taraf.
I think Turkey would be looking at playing a corner freeze onto the top yellow. Certainly needs to score on this game, or this end.
In the game too, I'd say.
Yeah. Having so far
8.
got this end and 2 more to go. And they need to score 7.
Bırak bana.
They need
Bırak
to
bana
sweep
çizgiye
too.
bak.
Yap yap yap yap.
Baksana arkadan.
Yap bakıyorum.
Ilhan coming out.
Tamam. Yo yo yo tamam.
So doesn't quite make it. Would have liked to curl a bit less.
So reicht.
Would you fancy the double on the Reds?
Halt!
Yes, Austria is leading this game 7-0. There's no real point in getting too fancy with anything.
Und schau, dass du spitz bist. Ja.
Try and make sure that Turkey can't score more than one, so removing their stones is certainly a good way of doing that.
Yeah. And they'll still have a shot stone, just spiting top of the 4. Maybe, might be even line 2. But Christian Rott a bit wide again, and he's going to go right past everything. So are we looking at a total breakdown for Austria and then Turkey coming straight back and scoring 7 for an extra end?
I don't know, Sander. We've seen some really exciting things happen here at the Mixed Double World Championship, so you never know. A couple of ends to go.
Don't think Austria will be too nervous, but certainly if they start to miss even more shots, they'll you know, start to get you know, just maybe a little bit nervous. You know, we'll
Yeah,
see.
it could happen. I don't think we're looking at a total breakdown. That would be shocking. As the Leaf seems to have put some more weight on this one.
Yeah,
Olsun olsun biraz
that's
daha
not
bunlar
really good. Slides all the way to the back to set
Ben artık anlam veremiyorum yeminle.
5th shot,
Biraz görünüyordu şimdi. Daha az görünür.
6th shot even.
Normal. Aber versuch
Turkey does have the last one though,
Körper
so
eher eng als weit.
Ja, sehen werde ich jetzt nicht mehr
probably
viel.
like to remove a couple of the yellows,
Ja, geht schon.
Du kannst ihn auch so spielen,
bring the Reds
Christian.
into a scoring
Reicht
position.
wahrscheinlich.
I think Rott is looking at playing the same double once more.
Spiel so.
Yeah, it doesn't need to hit a lot of this. It basically just needs to catch the one on the right hand side, and they will both fly. Certainly can't see a lot of it.
No, I thought you could see more, but looking from that angle, you see that shot does look a bit more difficult.
Whoa.
It doesn't need to hit more than you can see though.
No,
Whoa. Whoa, gar nicht.
gotta get close to the top stone. Not too bad. Does remove one red. Spills
Geht ja.
the other to the back of the house.
Erwischt, aber der hat einen
Austria now sitting shot.
Yep.
Sorry.
Glaube ich gesehen.
Ja, schön. Du warst bei dem auch ein Stück weit.
Vurursan sensin. Vurabilirsen göstereyim.
Nasıl yapayım?
Looks really difficult to get to that shot stone. Got 2 stones left. Seems like Turkey's looking for a come around. That would basically be only to score 2.
8.
Yap yap yap yap yap. Yap döndü.
Open up the guard instead.
Ah o bizim yerimiz kanka.
So they'll have access to the shots down now.
Ya ne
Little
ya,
gap in
atıyorum,
front.
yukarı çıkıyor,
Austria
sekiz atıyorum, girmiyor.
just looking to draw the right hand side of the forfeit.
Ich will nur hierher. Zweimal Shot fliegen. Ist für sie am schwersten.
Ja.
Er kann nur über vorne gehen. Ja, da brauche ich das Eis. Da curlt's auf der Seite.
Even if they come down and freeze onto the red stone on the back of the 8, they'll be sitting pretty.
Yeah, for sure they would be sitting 2. Forcing Turkey to a difficult draw for 1.
Okay.
Er braucht.
Yep. Oh, lass ihn. Wow, wow. Warten.
Hat 6.
Wow, wow. Warten.
Hat die
Ist
Line.
genug lang, ist genug
Ja,
lang.
geht hinten
Needs
drauf
to
vielleicht.
curl.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Ja, ja.
Wow.
And I do think
Ja, ja.
we'll
ja,
end
ja,
up
ja, ja.
what I said.
Ja.
Freeze onto that red.
Ich wollte ihn lieber noch weit raustreffen.
And lie to it. And no chance of Turkey scoring more than 1. Ilhan will just have to draw the forfeit.
So last stone of the 6th end. Turkey looking for their first point in this game. Needs to find the forfeit. Ilhan put a little bit too much weight in that, and it's another steal for Austria, who will pick up 2 points.
Senat.
Şunu götürüyorum.
There you see the score.
Ihnen die Chance nicht gegeben.
6 ends plate, and it's Austria 9, Turkey 0.
Was? Führen wir weiter so.
Turkey certainly not having their best day. But again, they've just started to curl a couple of years ago. And apparently the Turkish Curling Federation has started to construct curling arenas in both Istanbul and Ankara. Istanbul has about 14 million people.
Ja.
So I read, but I also heard
Ja, ja.
different figures. They're going to stick to about 14 million people. So a lot of potential curling players there. If they can manage to build a curling rink.
Sorry.
Yes, and certainly the arena here in Erzurum means good possibilities for curling.
About 80,000 students.
6.
So why not play some curling while you're studying?
I did.
Yep.
Found it fun. So Austria did what they didn't want to do and wrecked on the guard, came up short. So
Altı atıyorum.
here's Turkey. They can draw it to set 2. A little bit heavy, but still with 2 stones in the house. Which put so much more pressure on Austria. If they could have kept their stone maybe top 8 foot in behind there. Christian Roth here can now just play the another freeze and basically make sure that
Ja, Linie.
none of these red stones are going to end up scoring in the end.
5, 6, 7.
Weiter. Fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest, fest.
Seems
Alles,
tight
alles,
though.
alles. Fest, fest, fest.
Can he hold this for line?
Weiter, weiter, weiter. Fest, fest, fest, fest. Oh.
Just squeaks by the guard.
Wow. Just got by that. Comes down to last shot on the lead.
Unverschämt schön.
So maybe you'd like to come to freeze onto that yellow, but certainly doesn't look too easy.
Oh, there wasn't a lot of room to the guard there for Christian.
But then again, he was a little bit heavy up the T-line, so if Elhan plays perfect T-line weight, he should get at least that much curl too. But he has to squeak by the guard. Even if he just gets to the inside of his own red there at the right of the 4 foot, that'll be a nice spot.
Altı. Yap. Yo yo yo yo yo yo yo yo yo yo yo.
This arena has hosted the curling competition of the Winter University Games in 2011. We'll also host a European mixed tournament next season. The four people mixed tournament.
It's good to see that Turkey is really
Nasıl geldi bu?
getting in the curling circuit, being active. I think it's also going to be beneficial if they are looking to get more curlers. Host some big events, get some people to see it, and then maybe try it out. So not a bad stone there by Ilan. Just definitely in a very usable position.
Kein hohes Haus riskieren. Das heißt, wir können nicht so viele rote Steine rumliegen lassen. Und der da ist betoniert. Das heißt, wir hauen da vorne drauf. Unserer bleibt so oder so. Irgendwo. Und wir schauen, dass wir den treffen.
Do you think
Hier.
Austria is going to start blasting?
Ziemlich nah, sehr. Spiel so wie vorher. Authentisch, schnelles
Well,
Take.
they're lining up the run back. We have seen Christian Roth play a couple of very good takeouts, but then again we've seen a couple of misses too. So you never know what to expect from this guy. So just a nose hit on the guard. It's not the easiest curling shot to make.
No, but even if we were to hit this a little bit wide and open up the centre line, I think they would be quite happy. Just like that.
Yep. What could have been fun is if he was even wider and caught the corner guard and spun back into the house.
That could have been fun.
I was hoping for that.
Öne
Can't
açık
be
olacak bu
hoping for
sefer.
teams to miss, Sander.
Well, a good miss.
Lan çekişimiz de niye kapatıyorsun ki?
Elif onu çıkarmayı son taşta düşüneceğiz. Bir almanın bu saatten sonra bir anlamı yok.
Tam da çıkmaz ki son taşta. Son taşta nasıl çıkartacağız?
Bu senin
So
dediğin
Turkey
son
looking at a guard, but certainly you have to
Yine
remove
burada
that yellow
kalır.
stone
Bence
at some
yapalım.
point.
Zaten kalacak
İyi.
bu burada.
Göster.
Şimdi sen ne istiyorsun?
Only have 3 shots to go. I think maybe you need to wiggle things around. So maybe looking at a little tap on the top red.
Fazla...
Ilhan comes down with some major weight.
Ya ben sana onu yapalım demedim ki, ne yaptın?
Just gonna take his first red. Not improving the situation too much.
Sen tıklatacaktın, ben sana
It's kind of tricky for Austria though.
Missbefasst.
Legen.
You could think
Sollen wir ihnen denn je einen Schein geben? Dann
playing the
Platz
guard would be good, but you're always a bit nervous leaving so many stones
auf. Dann geht der
around
nach
your
rechts,
single
der
yellow.
bleibt da liegen, dann haben sie zumindest eine Chance auf irgendwas. Und dann gehen aber die zwei, weißt du? Dann riskieren wir kein großes Haus.
Ja.
Ich würde wirklich genau da reinschießen. Dann geht unserer darüber und kommt Olli weg.
So
Spielen wieder schnell, oder? So.
they're playing ahead here. I think they can move a lot of red if he comes well inside that red stone.
I'd say with those amount of stones, he's definitely gonna get something flying.
I think if he just squeaks by the top red, you'll see removing one red and then maybe spring that yellow back onto the back red, but I believe he will only be removing one and then moving the two other reds with a perfect hit. But this is going to come up a bit wide. It's going to make a very nice little roll though, so that works out well.
Difficult to see how Turkey is going to steal now.
Du machst es mir nicht ganz einfach. Hast du
Rot and Tot having a little laugh.
Yes, and of course Turkey isn't looking to steal; they are looking to score.
Buna vuralım. O gitsin son taşta sen ikisini atma. İnşallah vurursak tabii. Yaklaştı, çok açılıyor.
2 shots left. It's gonna look difficult for Turkey to score more than even one. Perfectly frozen these yellows. Come down with some huge weight. They'll probably remove the top yellow. I'm not sure how far you can squeeze that second though. Just waiting for line. Need to curl a little bit. So gonna catch it quite thin. And only remove the back one.
So
Spielst du Freeze, rechte
Turkey
Tap.
can have a theoretical
Stop.
possibility of scoring 2 in this end.
Und was ist, wenn ich
It
draufknall?
still
Das geht
mean that they
alles.
are 7 points down.
With one end to go.
Yes, and what does the math tell you then, Sander?
That they can win.
True. So, is Austria just going to put up a guard here?
Going for the simple shot. Turkey does not have any red stones to run back, so just anywhere slightly high of the center line would probably be good.
Take out, oder was?
Geh da.
And now the
Control.
decision is to just remove this red. It doesn't really matter for Austria at this point, since Turkey don't have enough stones to win the game.
I think I'd be playing the guard, though. Such an easier shot.
Achtung. Yep.
Well, let's see what Claudia Tot
Whoa.
can produce.
Yep. Yep.
Will come around the guard and does remove the red very nicely.
So viel dazu.
Even rolls on top of her yellow, and now
Wir sind jetzt
it's going to actually be very difficult for Turkey to score. Certainly you can make the double, but it's going to be hard to stick around your red.
Şuradan vur, belki gideriz.
And you need a lot of weight. So So if you had a ton of weight and came maybe slightly to the inside, you could have scored one. Maybe.
So last stone of the 6th end.
7th end.
7th end. I'm just reading.
And she's only going to remove 1 yellow. Austria picks up another steal to make it a double-digit win. 10-0 after 7 ends, and they both shake hands. Turkey never really had a chance in this game. Austria started off so well and continued a good game, really.
Yes, definitely. On the other sheets, Australia now 10-3. They are leading Scotland. Italy and Hungary still a very close game. Both teams at a score of 4. USA leading Estonia 8-4. And Spain leading Denmark 6-5. Spain also has Hammer coming home in the 8th end. The next game between Norway and France will be shown at 9 local time here in Erzurum Curling Arena in Turkey. For me, Sarah Carlson and Sander Rølvåg. Join us then, and thank you for watching.